Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is All Random Daily 007 speaking, your secret agent to loads of fun. I am playing Madden 22 as the Carolina Panthers versus the New York Jets. Let's go.
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Sam Darnold and the Carolina Panthers taking on Zach Wilson and the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New York Jets. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made because last year, we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage, also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. Well, here we go for the first time with the Panthers offense led out by their new quarterback for 2021 in his 4th season overall now after 3 with the Jets. It's Sam Darnold.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create.
And shedding the tackle and now some room.
There he goes!
He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
Always
10. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. but he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this, we're going to stop it. And we're going to take the ball, they won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. A first down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back.
Well, he's on the sideline. He's going live for us.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A screen to Bell. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Bell running on 1st down as he'll push forward for about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points.
It's not much as perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York ready to go again offensively. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple and that's it. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back.
We'll be back in the game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The give is to Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-0. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
21-0 our score after 1. And he will take it across for the Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it is 28-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On second down now, it's Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now Wilson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Nice play there by Brian Burns, chasing down a quarterback in the pocket. He had 16.5 sacks in his first 2 years in the league, including 9 in 2020.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, shedding the tackle, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 128 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. From the 44, Darnold, and he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore, and he's brought down.
Everyone in a Carolina uniform happy to see that first down catch by DJ Moore, but none happier than his new quarterback, Sam Darnold, who never really had a wide receiver one in New York. Now he has one in DJ Moore, who's gone over 1,100 yards in each of his last 2 seasons, 3rd in the league in 2020 in yards per reception.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. To throw is Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, 37 yards. And the Panthers open the lead up to 34-0. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes this 35-0 now. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
There's something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And his throw here's incomplete.
But so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. And now off to the races to the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. the more impressive punt returns you will see. That one from 87 yards away. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin in Atlanta. 2 rookie head coaches squaring off in the season opener. Nick Sirianni of Philadelphia taking on Arthur Smith in Atlanta. And in the second quarter, it is the Eagles who are out in front. The Eagles looking to get their season off on the right foot. They've got the lead on the road. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Tom Brady with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. In our game, it was Sam Darnold who was on target in the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for him, so what's the approach here in the second half? There he goes, right side. The 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 74 yards. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
On second down, it's Bell. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Throwing is Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. On third down, here's Bell. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Wilson. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And now off to the races, down the right side.
All you got to do is look and learn. Look and learn, baby.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Slide for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Bell. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. You got to keep pounding away.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Fielded at the 20. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And he will take it across for the Panthers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey,
45 yards.
and the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by one more.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Wilson to throw.
He'll check it down to Bell.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey.
And running with power here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's got to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin puts it on. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 22.
And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Panthers, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
That is it for this one. I will see you all at Fortnite in a little bit. Love y'all. Peace.